Regarding the OCR and PDF automations that you have done, can you explain me about those processes?
Yeah, so there were some scan PDFs we used to receive. So
Mhm.
on that PDF, there were some partners' names and some funds name and some business partner names. So for every partner and fund name, there should be two values, cost values and fair values. So
Okay.
based on that, we need to extract that particular value with respect to the each partner and fund name. After
Okay.
extracting, we need to paste it in the Excel for that for their respective sheets. So
Mhm.
for that, we have used image recording and screen scraping. So we used a Tesseract OCR at that time, and
Mhm.
while using Tesseract OCR, we did this automation.
So in your profile, I am also saying that we are using AB Flexi Capture.
Yeah.
Okay. So why, in which process AB Flexi Capture is used?
For any PDF automation, or we can use our invoices like that.
Mhm.
We can use that
Okay.
AB Flexi Capture.
Okay. So what is the difference between
Uh,
AB Flexi Capture and
yeah,
Tesseract?
OCR, any OCR which comes with UiPath like Tesseract or Microsoft, those are not 100% sure.
Okay.
So AB Flexi Capture gives more accurate results than all these OCRs.
So we also have different activities, not only with the local OCRs, we can also use a API key and we can send the data to the cloud,
Yes.
right? Haven't you tried that scenario or haven't you used that method?
Uh, I have used one Verify, which is third-party tool.
Okay.
So using that, we have tried with that Postman for passing that API key and all.
Okay.
That's it. But it was also not sure that it will work because
Okay.
if you have more than files, then you need to call it repeatedly.
Okay.
So
So the API calls were not giving you proper results.
yeah.
Okay. So can you explain me about the solution design document?
Yeah, basically once the development is done and we uh, developed a bot into the production orchestrator, we used to provide that solution design document. It's basically a operational handbook, whatever you have developed. So again, next time if some other resource needs to do some changes or uh, modifications, he can refer that document and it can be useful for everyone to understand the process easily.
Can you keep my mic near, please? Okay. So, which documents will you develop before development, and which documents will you develop after development of the process?
Uh, Actually, sometimes we used to receive PDD, process design document from client
Okay.
itself. So if
Okay.
we receive it, we don't used to do any requirement document. We just need to provide estimation document. So by
Okay.
after post development, we used to provide solution design document. And if PDD they have not developed, then they used to give us a demo for the whatever they are doing manually, and based on that, we used to take a sign off for requirement document.
Okay. What are the test cases that you have written for the projects that you have developed?
We have tested some positive scenarios and negative scenarios as well.
Okay. What are those?
There was one process from we need to read one email. So
Okay.
in that email, we need to check whether it's coming from a particular domain. Then
Mhm.
again, we need to check the subject line and body. So if it's not from a particular domain, it should be the failed test case. So we used to do like this with positive and negative test cases.
Okay. Only for one project have you did that?
Yeah.
Okay. May I know the reason? Because every project should be tested by, but why only one project is tested for the
Uh,
test cases?
no, actually, sometimes there should be some different team which will perform these test cases or test
Mm.
scenarios.
Okay.
So based on that availability and all those, we used to make those documents.
So do you have a separate team which does
Yes.
testing for you?
Yeah. Yeah.
So are you aware of any testing practices that they follow?
No, not much.
Okay. So are you aware of any code review practices?
Yeah, peer to peer, I know.
Okay. So what do you do or what do you check while you're doing a code review?
Yeah, so while doing code review, we used to check the best practices used, like variable argument names are in proper manner or they have used the standard processes.
Mhm.
Then while opening the, I mean, standard processes like any bot, if you going to develop, so before that you need to close all those applications, then again you need to open.
Mm.
So all these standard processes we used to check.
Okay. So other than those, any other things that you will check
No, not much such.
with respect to data?
Input data or
Any data that's coming from the client, how will you handle it?
yeah, we have used exception handling for that.
No.
So
So what I'm asking is, let's say there is a data that you should not send or add into any logs, or you should make sure that it is always secure and no other third party have the access for this data. Or let's say, how are you the other way I can ask this question is, how are you managing the data? Let's say you are having an input file.
yeah, so then we used to ask for them test data. So if it not be means if it's not if it gets anywhere also it won't affect.
Can you please explain? I think if you can explain in a broader case, like with a use case.
Yeah, suppose better than real-time data, we used to provide some sample data or test data so that we
Mhm.
can use. So suppose if it gets logged somewhere also, so it won't matter that much. So we used to ask for them some test data. Suppose if you are doing some SAP application, they are providing some data, so and it gets logged, then it may affect other processes or other transactions. So we
Okay.
can ask them for test data or sample data, which it gets logged or anything, it won't affect the other things.